Welcome to Russia, the world's largest country that defies all expectations. Stretching across 11 time zones from Europe to Asia, this 17.1 million square kilometer giant shares borders with 14 nations and boasts everything from Arctic tundras to subtropical beaches. Home to 146 million people speaking over 100 languages, Russia blends Slavic traditions with 200-plus ethnic groups, where onion-domed Orthodox churches, the dominant religion, stand beside Buddhist temples and mosques, and a $1.7 trillion economy powered by oil, tech, and vodka. So grab your virtual passport. Today we're walking Russia's streets to bust the craziest myths about this fascinating country. Think you know Russia? Think again. People have been fed myths about this country for decades, and today we're exposing the truth. From vodka-drinking bears to evil hackers, you won't believe how wrong the stereotypes are. Stick around because number 7 will shock you. Number 1. All Russians drink vodka every day. Sorry to ruin the party, but Russians don't actually drink vodka like water. In fact, Russia isn't even in the top 10 for alcohol consumption. Countries like Germany and France drink more. And guess what? Young Russians are actually choosing healthier lifestyles now. 2. Russia is always freezing cold. Hollywood loves showing Russia as a frozen wasteland, but parts of Russia get hotter than Florida. Cities like Sochi have beach resorts, and summer temps hit 90 degrees Fahrenheit plus. Siberia? Yeah, it's cold. But Moscow's weather? Pretty similar to New York. Russia's so massive, it has nearly every climate zone imaginable. The southern regions near Kazakhstan are practically deserts, while the Black Sea coast enjoys Mediterranean weather. Even in winter, Moscow rarely gets colder than Chicago. They just handle snow better because they're prepared for it year after year. 3. Russians are all evil hackers. Yes, Russia has some of the world's best hackers, but most Russians are just normal people working IT jobs, playing video games, or scrolling TikTok. In fact, Russia has a booming tech industry with startups and coders who hate being stereotyped as cyber villains. Russia produces world-class software engineers because they have excellent STEM education, not because they're born hackers. 4. Russians hate all Americans. Surprise! Most Russians don't actually hate Americans. In fact, many love American movies, music, and even fast food. The political tension? That's mostly government versus government, not people versus people. American culture is everywhere in Russia, from Marvel movies to hip-hop music. 5. Russia is a poor, backward country. Newsflash. Russia has billionaires, supercars, and cities more advanced than most of Europe. Sure, rural areas struggle, but Moscow's metro is fancier than NYC's, and their tech scene is exploding. Moscow's infrastructure would put many American cities to shame. Their metro runs every 90 seconds, their highways are immaculate, and their shopping malls rival Dubai's. While poverty exists in remote areas, urban Russia is full of luxury brands, high-tech startups, and a thriving middle class that vacations in Europe just like Americans do. 6. Russia is a communist country. Do people still think Russia is communist? The USSR collapsed over 30 years ago. Today, Russia is actually a capitalistic country, just with a lot of government control. Oligarchs, billionaires, and private businesses? That's not communism, folks. Let's break this down. Russia has more billionaires per capita than most European nations. The Moscow Stock Exchange trades shares of hundreds of private companies daily. 7. Russians are always serious and never smile. You've heard it before. Russians never smile. They're so cold. But guess what? Russians do smile. Just not at strangers for no reason. In fact, Russian internet culture is hilarious, with some of the weirdest, darkest memes you'll ever see. Russian humor is an art form. It's sarcastic, self-deprecating, and often brutally honest. Wait, Russia is a tiny, insignificant country. Russia is the largest country on Earth. Bigger than Pluto's surface area. It spans 11 time zones, has huge oil reserves, and even owns a chunk of Antarctica. Tiny? Not even close. Here's some perspective. You could fit the entire United States into Russia twice over and still have room left for most of Europe. So which myth shocked you the most? Let's argue in the comments. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.